because there's so many issues about how America really works and about how race plays out and manifests itself in America that should be studied. It should be studied. I mean, that was really, really good. And it wasn't just because of the narratives of O.J. Simpson, although I saw images, photographs, videos of O.J. that I've never seen before. I never saw O.J. dressed up like Elvis. I missed that. Was this post the trial? No wonder white folks was upset. You dressed up. Wait, you going to kill these folks and then dress up like Elvis? Oh, he had to go. And it was really, really good. Really good. They did a good job of setting the cultural landscape, giving you a proper context in which a lot of the stuff went down, including the O.J. Simpson trial. And I thought it was top notch. The 30 for 30s, they've been typically good over the years. To me, that's one of my favorites. Brent writes, do you think that the POTUS, as the president of the United States, will pardon Marcus Garvey? There was a request submitted by Congresswoman Yvette Clarke. Oh, wow. Do I believe he will? No, I do not. No, I do not. No, I do not. He may, though, but I don't believe that he will. But we shall see. Now, was this request responded to by the White House? I mean, have they officially acknowledged this request? Or are you just know there was a request? Because that's a little bit different. I mean, there could be a request and it never reaches his desk. But if it's been on his desk, I would say no. Obama's about to roll out. He's going to get a little bit blacker in terms of because he doesn't have to worry about trying to be reelected anymore. And he's going to roll out, and that's it, folks. I mean, I'm not really expecting too much from Obama at this point. Okay? He's out of here very, very soon, and it's going to be a sad day. Like I keep telling you, people are going to cry in the streets. People are going to cry, weep at church. They're going to be weeping at church. Like the Sunday after his last day in office, like when he walks out and gets into Air Force One and then drives on to the rest of his great life, that's going to be a sad day in Black America. I'm telling you. Many people are going to be very upset on that day. And try not to, but don't take it to your job. And I'm going to tell you already, there'll be folks in the public spaces, jobs, water cooler, whatnot, are going to be like, I'm so happy. Good. I couldn't wait for him to leave, right? And you're going to have to be able to control yourself. You're going to have to be able to control yourself and contain your anger when dealing with these sucker MCs. But look for that to happen. And then you're going to have either Hillary or Trump. Hillary or Trump. Wow. Now, honestly, considering who the two major candidates are, I wish we could get 4 more years of Obama. You talk about a constitutional amendment. 4 more years of Obama rather than 4 more years or 4 years of Donald Trump. Come on, folks. That's a no-brainer. Would you rather have 4 more years of President Obama, his sweet, beautiful family, the first lady with so much grace and style and strength and guns? I mean, have we ever had a first lady who was that fit before? She's got guns. I'm enjoying this. And sadly, it's going to all be over. I'll tell you what, folks, when we look back, and by we, I mean the country, when we look back over the Obama, like 20 years from now, not even 20, 5 years from now, okay, at the end of the first term of the next president, people are going to look back and wish that Barack Obama was still in the White House. They're going to wish he was still there. They're going to wish he was still there. And the Republicans, they're not going to give a damn. They're just going to transfer all of their hate and venom and vitriol and just put it on Hillary. In fact, the Republicans have been hating on Hillary longer than they've been hating on Obama. And she's a female. So if she becomes president, get ready for all kinds of shade, all kinds of low blow, all kinds of issues. I mean, look for this email thing to continue into the White House. If she becomes a president, she's going to make sure that she uses the right email address. I mean, think about this. Benghazi, that they're going to run Benghazi past Hillary Clinton for the rest of her natural life. When she dies, if they could. Somebody will put a Remember Benghazi sticker on her coffin before she's laid to rest. That's how serious these Republicans are about this nonsense. To me, it doesn't mean anything. Angela writes, Hillary or Trump, I think America should just be single for a while. I agree with that. Damn, we don't have no good choices. Oh, man. Where did we go wrong? I mean, the Republicans, it didn't really matter. I mean, Trump is just more of a character, but could you imagine if it was Cruz? I mean, Ted Cruz is even crazier than Donald Trump. What about Little Rubio? I mean, clearly, this guy, he would have been name-calling. You talk about losing it. You talk about being childish. Rubio went completely childish in front of the national television audience. Woo, I can't believe it. What about Jeb? Could you imagine another Bush in the White House? So really, the Republicans didn't really have a lot to offer at all. They really didn't. And they never really do. I mean, previous to that, it was Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney, I mean, can you have any personality at all? Previous to that, who was it? John McCain. I'm not really sure about his mental stability, quite honestly, ever since Vietnam. I'll be honest with you. Brent writes, not even trying to entertain that thought at Charles. Edward writes, Obama leaving is like no sports now. Boring, right? Sports desert, okay? I got a partner who's like all into the Reds now. I told him recently, man, you got time to get into the Reds because you don't have any children, okay? He had to agree with that. But the Reds are boring because they're losing. Now, if they had a chance to actually make it to the playoffs, that would make it more exciting. But damn, when does football season start? Sports desert. I'm happy for the Cavs and all, but can we get an eighth game? Maybe an eighth and a ninth game? Blaze writes, have Hillary picked a running partner yet? ? No, she has not. Is it possible that she can ask Bill to be the first man? Yeah, she could, but she won't. She could, but she won't. A lot of people say it's going to be Elizabeth Warren, an all-female ticket. I can see that. She comes across a bit more progressive, and maybe some of the folks who are Bernie or bust, they might be mollified with having her as the VP nominee. They may say the hell with it though. We said Bernie or bust. Bernie or bust. Speaking of Bernie or bust, there is an anti-Trump element that is going to play a role at the national convention. I'm sure of it. And these people are getting behind closed doors, and they are pledging that they are going to vote for anybody but Donald Trump. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. What if Hillary Clinton chose Bernie Sanders to be the vice president? You see that? She would have run Bernie. She'd run him. Ms. D writes, Trump fired his campaign manager. If elected, is he going to be trying to change the rules so he can fire elected officials? Well, he fired his campaign manager. Maybe things weren't working out the way he wanted them to. Maybe they had some disagreement over. Maybe they had some disagreement over finances. Maybe they had a disagreement over the philosophy. How the money's going to be spent. Philosophy, what the strategy should be. I don't know if that's that uncommon, although they are going through the home stretch there. So Mila writes, and good morning, Mila. There is no way an all-female ticket would make it. America is too misogynistic. Okay. You think so? I don't know. I think America's ready for it. I mean, they're ready to vote for Hillary as for president. Does Hillary need a man on the ticket to be legitimate? It's just like a black comedy needs a white character to give it some legs. Because remember, they put a white dude on New York Undercover, right? To bring in the white audience. They do that all the time with black sitcoms. They've got to have at least one white character, right? So white folks will watch to give the show some legs. At least that's what they think anyway. Martin didn't have a white character. Neither did the Cosby Show. So I don't know if that's true or not. But does Hillary need some testosterone on the ticket? Okay. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, on one hand, I get you. America is real caught up with sexism, right? But on the other hand, Hillary is the Democrat nominee. Michael, good morning to you. He writes, Wall Street already grumbling about Elizabeth Warren. They should be. Charles writes, Bill will already be the first man or husband if Hillary is elected. I think Elizabeth Warren is in front for Dem Veep. Okay, talking to Blaze. Brent writes, did you hear about that 19-year-old kid who tried to off Trump? No, I did not. Tell me more about it. Was it a serious attempt? Was it just, well, maybe I did kind of hear about it. There was some threats to Donald Trump, something like that. I'm looking at it right now. Let me see here. Now, send me a link, Brent. I mean, there's a lot of stuff around that. Brent writes, Uncle Buck on tonight. Mike Epps. Has anyone seen it? I have not. Is it worth seeing? You tell me, Brent. I have not seen it. Is it worth seeing? We can't tell these days. Michael writes, so says MSNBC as of yesterday. Yeah, Charles is right. If elected president, Hillary Clinton would become the executive, and then she would have the first husband as opposed to the first lady. So he'll be the first husband, which will be odd for them. That'll be a role reversal at the very highest levels, okay? She first was the first lady, which gives her a unique perspective, married to the president, and now she may become the president, and her husband will be married to the president, Bill Clinton. Some tells me Bill's going to act up. He's going to walk into the Oval Office and start having flashbacks. He's going to walk into that room where he hooked up with Monica Lewinsky and start having flashbacks. He's going to start thinking about it. That's what happens in your brain. This is normal. Dale writes, Martin had Sean, who was white, who worked for him at the radio station early on in the show. Not sure. Maybe it's an inside conversation. Not sure. Listen, thank you very much for your time this morning. I really appreciate you. We'll be back and deafer than ever tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Tell a friend about the show. Nathan Ivey, 7 a.m., Monday through Friday, NathanIvey.com. And I stopped giving a you-know-what about what people think about me a long time ago. This is the last honest place in America. I just do me. Have a great and powerful, a tremendous Tuesday. Make it work for you, okay? Make it work for you today. Don't let the system work you. Work the system. This show will be made available as a podcast. Immediately following the show, you can download it. You can share it. Do me a favor and hit the like button. Really appreciate you for that. That gives us a little bit more visibility within the Spreaker framework. Okay? I appreciate you very, very much. Again, back tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I'll let you know what's going on before anybody else does in the city. Before anyone else does in the city. Shout out to the good folks at Superlative Media. They are powering the Nathan Ivey Show now. And shout out to my good friends over at Soul Public Radio. They do great work. There's a link on my site, Nathan Ivey. If you want to connect with me directly, just go to the contact page. You'll find my email there, my mailing address. You can always leave a voicemail. Again, my name is Nathan Ivey. Until tomorrow morning, I'm out.